everyone. Hello.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Namaste, Shekhar sir.
Very good, sir. All are present. Wow,
Yes.
that's fantastic.
Yes, Shekhar sir. How are you?
Absolutely fine. Enjoying the rains.
Ah. Luckily for us, the water levels are close to 80% in the lakes. So
Oh,
this year we are saved so far.
20% less. That's good. But whom all I know? Mr. Singh, I have not met.
We have met at the last event, sir.
Yeah, I know you, but as Singh's up, I could not, I'm not recollecting. So how are you?
By that time, my beard has grown, so maybe you are not recollecting now.
No, Sonu Vasanji.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. I have not met you, but I heard your name thousands of times from Purvesh.
So,
And great, I'm lucky that I met you today. And it's honor to be part of this meeting today. So, yeah.
Sonu Sasrikal.
Sasrikal, sir. Sasrikal.
And Kirti Savlaji, of course, in the MD. I had met him in this day. And of course, who else there, sir? Of course, Vaishali is there.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Anubhav Saxena from NSDL team. We have shareholders live with us today, and the recording is also on.
Right.
So we can go live if the quorum is there. Samir, please give us a countdown so that we can go live. We are at 4 p.m. now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
All the participants, please switch on the camera. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are live now.
That's good.
Chairman, sir, you can start the proceeding.
Okay.
Sapan.
Good afternoon, dear shareholders. I, Kirti Savla, Managing Director of your company, would like Mr. Purvesh Selatkar, Independent Directors and Vice Chairman of your company to take this meeting forward. Thank you.
Namaskar. Thank you very much, Kirti sir, for the opportunity. Friends, very good afternoon. It gives me a great opportunity to convene the 39th annual general meeting of our company, Merc Limited. Shareholders and all, one and all, I am Purvesh Selatkar, Independent Director and Vice Chairman of the company. I am joining this meeting from Mumbai. It is with great pleasure that I am addressing all of you today. Dear members, this AGM is being conducted through video conference in accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. Various circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities Exchange Board of India, SEBI. We have taken all the efforts to enable the shareholders to participate through video conference and vote at the AGM in the seamless manner. Friends, I would like to convey sincere gratitude to all the board members for their guidance and directions, which is leading the company to a growth path. I take this opportunity to introduce our esteemed board members. We have with us our Managing Director, Kirti Savla sir. We have Nuruddin Sheikh, our Executive Director, attending from Mumbai. Nuru, can you wave? We have Advocate Shekhar Menon sir, who is an Independent Director, who is also appearing from Mumbai.
Hi.
Shekhar sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. We have our Independent Director Sonu Surjit Vasan attending from all the way from Paris. Sonu,
Yeah. Good evening, guys.
good evening. Sat Sri Akal.
Yeah, Kal, sir.
We have Om Prakash Brijnath Singh, Additional Independent Director attending from Mumbai. We call him OP.
Namaskar and good evening, all shareholders and my esteemed board members.
Hi, OP.
Hi.
We have Uday Tardaikar, sir, who is the veteran and guru in the stock market. He's our Additional Independent Director. He's also attending from Mumbai. Uday, sir, namaskar.
Namaskar and good evening to everyone. Thank you very much.
We have Avinash Madhav Sonavane, sir, who is the Additional Independent Director of company. Avinash, sir, has retired as the Deputy Superintendent of Police. He is one of the very esteemed members of our board team. Namaskar, Avinash, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Purveji, and good evening to all.
Thank you, sir. And we have finally the firebrand Vaishali Parker Kumar, the Additional Non-Executive Director attending the company, who is trying to change the course of the company in a better manner or good direction. Hi, Vaishali.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, sir.
Finally, we have the great pilot Vivek Parulkar, sir. And Vivek, sir, needs no introduction. He was a pilot with Jet Airways, but let Vivek, sir, say hi. We will have his official introduction later. Namaskar, Vivek, sir.
Good evening, all. I'm Vivek Parulkar. My short background is I was flying for Jet Airways for several years since 96, 97. I was flying Boeing 737s, older generation as well as new generation aircrafts. And now we are looking at the expansion of the aviation industry in India. I'm planning of getting flight simulators for Boeing as well as Airbus for Merc in India. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek, sir, for that introduction. And finally, I myself, Purvesh Shilatkar, I am independent director and currently the vice chairman of this particular meeting. And I am associated with capital markets since 1995. You know, it's been 28 long years. Officially, I work with Monash Network Capital as a head of institutional broking. And apart from that, you know, I'm being in the advisory committee on various companies. And companies like Toyam Sports and, Rosemark are the two companies where I'm independent director. Friends, you have seen all the directors, and they are the ones who are right now trying to, do some sort of makeover of Rosemark under the able guidance of Kirti Savla, sir. We think that, we will be able to do a good job here. The very fact that we have lots of independent directors just gives us extra leeway in terms of, transparency, corporate governance, and, going through the right path. Now we have with us Mr. Mahashweta Pamnani, our company secretary and compliance officer, and Mr. Ananta More, our CFO, chief financial officer. Namaskar, More sir. Namaskar, Pamnani sir. The scrutinizers for e-voting process and the representative of statutory auditor and secretary audit of the company are attending the meeting through video conference. So request quorum being present, I call the meeting in order. As this meeting is being conducted through video conference, other audio visual means, let me explain the manner of conduct of the meeting and related matters. Meeting instructions is what I'm right now going to brief. The meeting is being held through video conference, other audit visual means, and facility to join on a first come, first served basis has been made available to all the shareholders. All the shareholders attending the meeting has been by default placed on mute mode to avoid any background disturbance and ensure seamless conduct of the meeting. Members can raise the questions during the meeting through the chat box facility provided, and the questions raised during the meeting will be suitably responded by putting up on the website of the company post the conclusion of the meeting. The shareholders are requested to post their queries in chat box by way of single post instead of multiple posts. If you have multiple questions, you can, suitably put up. For any technical assistance, member may contact NSDL on the number mentioned in the notice of the AGM. Since physical attendance of the members is not required at the meeting, the facility for appointment of proxies by shareholders has not been made available. Accordingly, proxy register is not available for inspection. The register required to maintain under the Companies Act 2013 and all documents referred to in the notice have been made available for inspection. Members wanting to inspect the same may write to the mail ID mentioned in the notice of the AGM. I would like to take you through some important instructions related to e-voting. In compliance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulations, the company has provided the facility to exercise their right to vote electronically on all the resolutions set out in the notice of the AGM through the e-voting system administered by NSDL. Remote e-voting commenced on 31st July at 10 a.m. and will be ending on 2nd August 2013, 5 p.m. and ended on 2nd August 2013 at 5 p.m. Pursuant to section 107 of the Companies Act, there would not be any voting on the resolution by show of hands. Members who have not voted earlier through remote e-voting can now cast their vote electronically while the proceedings of the meetings are going on. Members may click on the Insta poll icon. Please check that to reach the resolution page and vote on the resolution. The e-voting facility will continue. The e-voting facility. Shareholders who have cast their votes by remote e-voting prior to the AGM shall not be entitled to cast their vote again. Since the AGM is being held through video conference and the resolutions mentioned in the notice convening this AGM has already been put to vote through remote e-voting, there will be no proposing and seconding of the resolutions. The company has appointed Mr. Deepak Rane, Company Secretary in practice, as the scrutinizer of the remote e-voting at the AGM. I am duly authorized by the board to acknowledge and countersign the scrutinizer's report and declare the voting results on the receipt of scrutinizer's report. The voting results will be declared within 48 hours of the conclusion of the meeting, and the same will be initiated to the stock exchanges where the shares of the company are listed and uploaded on the website of the company. Notice convening the meeting. The annual report of the company for the financial year 2022-23 inter alia containing the notice of 39th annual general meeting to be read along with the first corrigendum and second corrigendum, which was sent electronically to the members of the company in compliance with the MCA and SEBI circulars. With the consent of the members attending the meeting through OAVM, the notice convening the meeting along with both the corrigendum is been taken as read. The auditor report and annexure thereto. Statutory auditor's report on the annual audited financial statements of the company and secretarial auditor's report for the financial year ended March 31st, 2023 contains any observations which are self-explanatory and have been provided in the board report of the company on the page number 67 of the annual report. Hence, with the consent of the members attending the meeting through OAVM, the same is being taken as read. I would now request Mahashweta A. Pamnani Pamani, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of your company to take over from here. Over to Mahashweta Pamni.
Good afternoon, all. The company has received certain queries from shareholders seeking clarification. Due to time constraint, we may not be able to answer each query during the annual general meeting. We will, however, be answering to most of the relevant queries. Disclosure of 10 shareholders of the company. I would request Mr. Sonu Vasan to answer this question.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. So we would like to inform the members that the Ministry of Corporate Affairs has done away with the requirement of providing MGT 9 as a part of annual report. And so the company will be uploading MGT 7 on the website of the company, which will contain the details of the top 10 shareholders of the company. Thank you.
In which newspaper advertisement for the annual general meeting AGM, book closure and cutoff date, first and second corrigendum was published. I would request Mr. Shekhar Menon to answer this question.
Yeah, I've seen, of course, I've seen both the advertisement. First, it goes on 12th July for in Financial Times and Mumbai Lakshmi. And then again, the corrigendum was there with the cutoff date and all, which is some Avanti Times and Mumbai Lakshmi. That was the thing which I saw on the advertisements.
Any specific reason for change of object clause of the memorandum of association of the company? I would request Mr. Om Prakash Singh to answer this question.
Just to answer, the basic reason for the change of the object clause in MOA is a guided principle of risk management and diversification. This in turn will allow the company to expand its operation and conduct its business more efficiently and economically. In fact, moving ahead, based on the synergy, the proposed new activities and the current activities can be merged so as to maximize the return and ensure customer satisfaction. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Even though there is increase in total income earned by the company will stand as a loss as on 31st of March 2023. I would request Mrs. Vaishali Parker Kumar to answer this question.
Thank you, everyone. Company generated the revenue from sales of products and by providing services. Company has earned total income of rupees 144.37 lakh as against the total income of rupees 31.57 lakh of previous year. Out of the revenue generated by the company during the year, company has also invested revenue for purchase of tangible assets and other inventories required for smooth operations of the company. Hence, even though the company stands at a loss of rupees 15.5 lakh for financial year 2022-23, loss amount has reduced as compared to the loss of rupees 29.35 lakh in previous year. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As a shareholder of Merc Limited, I'm very happy to see that company is getting involved in new projects for earning more revenue. I would like to know how does company plan to declare dividend to its shareholder. I will request Mr. Sonu Vasan to answer this question. I would request Mr. Sonu Vasan to answer this question.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So as mentioned by Vaishali, the company has incurred losses and hence the dividend for the financial year 22-23, the company has however plan to ventures into the new avenue, which will optimize the revenue from operation and increase the profitability of the company. By allocating adequate amount of the expenses, the company positively intends to declare dividend in future to our valuable shareholders, and once it's turned profitable and has adequate reserves for future growth and operation. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. It has been observed in secretarial audit report that the company has not filed initial and annual disclosure to be made by an entity identified as large corporate for the financial year 2022 and 23. And I will request Mr. Uday Tardarkar, sir, to answer this question.
Yeah, in this regard, I would clarify as that as per the circular issued by SEBI dated November 26, 2018, with respect to fundraising by issuance of debt securities by large entities, where it has been mentioned in detailed criteria to determine a listed entity to be considered as large corporate. Our company doesn't actually fulfill that criteria to be identified as a large corporate entity, owing to which we inadvertently didn't file this and it was overlooked at our end being non-applicable disclosure. However, the above disclosure is to be made by an entity not identified as large corporate for financial year 2022-23. On becoming aware of this situation and the disclosure requirement, the company did try to fill the same with BSE. However, the technical limitations of the exchange website restrict us to upload this. However, the company is now seeking support from BSE on the same for making good this compliance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We will move on to the next question. Can you please elaborate about the new business plan of the company? And I would request Mr. Purvesh Shelatkar to answer this question.
Yeah, thank you. So our company plans to enter into certain defined new businesses lines, which are like build an e-commerce platform where the company plans to sell, things like Rudraksha, Gemstone, Yantra products related to astrology and other occult services. Further, the company also plans to start different kinds of occult services like astrology, numerology, tarot reading, hand reading, analysis, Vastu Shastra, and the occult services. The company has also ventured into new market for nutraceutical products, for which company has approved signing of e-commerce vendor service agreement, which will enable the company to sell NutraSupplements Private Limited products, the range of high quality nutraceutical products. This agreement marks an exciting development for the company in the field of nutraceuticals, B2C business, that is business to consumer. And we look forward to a successful partnership with NutraSupplement Private Limited. By the way, NutraSupplement supplies to Indian military, so you can imagine how big that is. The company has also entered into an exclusive commercial ad time agreement with Bhakti World Radio Broadcasting Private Limited, BVR, right? It is also known as BWR, for a period of 6 years, wherein BWR shall assign to Rosemark all the commercials ad time inventory on and arising from all or any of the media or digital platforms that permit Rosemark Limited to purchase from and or to resell, to advertise, to commercial at time inventory on the digital platform, and do such other actions in connection therein in order to increase the revenue. Now this Bhakti World Radio app, I mean, if you log on to the app, you will see at any point of time anything between 230,000 or 270,000 people listening to it, with having a total base of over 70 lakhs listeners. So that's something which is significant for us. The next is event management, talent promotion, product launches, promotion advisors, creative branding, and experimental marketing campaigns for promotional activity. That this is one of the most key areas where we think a lot of revenues can be earned, and hopefully a very, very profitable venture. Leading the fast growing market of organic healthcare products, is also another segment which we think that will be addressing. So these are the 5 to 6 broad segments where we will be doing our future move.
Thank you, sir. We'll move to the next question. How much growth are you expecting from this financial year? And I will request Mr. Purvesh, sir, to answer this question.
So friends, this financial year, we have already done one event for Mumbai Cricket Association. This was an event where it was called as a, Mumbai Cricket Excellency Award. And we basically made sure that the real people on ground, that is the umpires, the gardeners, the groundsman, and all the people who are at the back of creating this cricketing legends were being rewarded and awarded. And that IP has been created fantastically, and through which you must have seen our recent disclosure on stock exchanges, where the new Bombay Premier League rights, all of it we have got. So we'll be soon planning and doing the announcements related to that. And you can imagine it's a new Bombay Premier League. It's a part of Mumbai Cricket Association. So how critical, important, and revenue generating that can be, I need not say, because right now any cricketing league is a great cash and revenue generating thing. Apart from that, the FIOPRO and Outcry Entertainment, these two companies which are basically into event management, are also doing a lot of great stuff. The way they handle this Mumbai Cricket Association event, and they only won this particular New Bombay Cricket Association thing. So this event management is, a very decent business with, upwards of, 15-20% kind of possibilities of margin to that effect, However, the time will only prove, how actual rewarding they are. But these are the two things which we think are going to be something which will, there was one question about dividend payment. So, we can be hopeful that with these two activities, taking shape over next 6 to 9 months, we will be able to pay and reward our shareholders through dividend.
The shareholders who need any clarifications are requested to post their queries in the chat box by way of single post only. And I'll now request our chairman, Mr. Purvesh sir, to take this meeting further.
Thank you, Mahashweta madam. So, reading out the business as stated in the notice, right? There are 13 resolutions that have been included in the notice of the AGM and have been put to vote. These include 2 resolutions of ordinary business and 11 resolutions of special business. The first resolution is an ordinary resolution to receive, consider and adopt the annual audited financial statements of the company for the financial year ended March 31st, 2023, along with the notes forming part thereof and the report of the directors and the auditors thereof. Reading out the resolution 2 as stated in the notice. The second resolution is an ordinary resolution to reappoint Mr. Kirti Savla sir, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Reading out resolution 3 as stated in the notice. The third resolution is a special resolution to approve implementation of RPL Employee Stock Option Plan 2 for 2023. Reading out resolution 4 as stated in the notice. The fourth resolution is a special resolution to approve grant of employee stock options under the RML Employee Stock Option Plan 2 2023 to the eligible employees of the company's subsidiary companies. Reading out resolution 5 as stated in the notice. The fifth resolution is a special resolution to amend the memorandum of association by addition of a new clause. Reading out resolution 6 as stated in the notice. The sixth resolution is a special resolution to amend the articles of association. Reading out resolution 7 as stated in the notice. The seventh resolution is the ordinary resolution to increase authorized share capital of the company from 10 crores only divided into 1 crore equity shares of rupees 10 each to rupees 50 crore only divided into 1 crore 50 lakhs equity shares of rupees 10 only. Reading out resolution 8 as stated in the notice. The eighth resolution is a special resolution to approve issue of warrants convertible into equity shares of the company on preferential basis. Reading out resolution 9 as stated in the notice. The ninth resolution is a special resolution to approve issue of equity shares of the company on the preferential basis for the consideration other than cash. That means share swap. Reading out resolution 10 as stated in the notice. The 10th resolution is an ordinary resolution to regularize appointment of Ms. Vaishali Parker Kumar as a non-executive director who was appointed as additional non-executive director in the board meeting held on 2nd May 2023. Reading out resolution 11 as stated in the notice. The 11th resolution is an ordinary resolution to regularize appointment of Mr. Avinash Madhav Sonavane sir, DIN number 10101936, as an independent director who was appointed as additional director in the board meeting held on 13th April 2023. Reading out resolution 12 as stated in the notice. The 12th resolution is an ordinary resolution to regularize appointment of Mr. Om Prakash Brijnath Singh as an independent director who was appointed as additional director in the board meeting held on 19 June 2023. Reading out resolution 13 as stated in the notice. The 13th resolution is an ordinary resolution to regularize appoint Mr. Uday Tardaikar sir as an independent director who was appointed as additional director in the board meeting held on 19 June 2023. The objective and implementation of the resolutions have been set out in the notice and explanatory statement, which are self-explanatory. Hence, the same are not being repeated in the interest of brevity. Shareholders who need any clarifications on any business item mentioned in the notice of the AGM may contact the company at the registered email address. Finally, friends, as informed earlier, e-voting on resolution as set out in AGM notice will continue to remain open for the next 15 minutes. With this, I thank you everybody. Namaskar, and hope to run on the growth path with all of you together and with all of your blessings. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
कौन बोलना चाहिए? मैं बोलूं या महाश्वेता बोलेगी? 15 मिनट ऑन के बात की ना उसने.
Thank you everyone for joining. The meeting is concluded now. The voting will remain open till 4:45 p.m. Samir, please end the event for today.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, everyone.